the skies. He's won the Derby. Beats rank outsider Mojo Star. What a run for
That
him.
was last year when the Queen was not at Epsom. This year, Her Majesty is expected to be at the Derby, and it will be part of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations, all taking place in June. Plans include a permanent beacon near the racecourse and people creating hats fit for a Queen. Let's bring in Liz Frost, who's from Epsom and Walton Downs Conservators. Morning to you. Hello.
Morning.
First off, you've got to tell us about this beacon. You've agreed it, haven't you?
Yes, it's been agreed, the principle of having the beacon. In Epsom Downs, it's a fantastic place, and we're really fortunate to live here, but there are quite a lot of rules and regulations about the Downs. In fact, it's private land and it's controlled under an Act of Parliament, and the Conservators have the responsibility for ensuring that it is run and used according to the Act. And one of the things that we have to do is to approve any events on the Downs. Now, the Downs has got beautiful high points where there are lovely views over London, and there's been a tradition of holding beacons across the whole country, and we certainly took part in the beacons in 2016, 2012. That was the Queen's 90th birthday, and before that the Diamond Jubilee. And the beacons are sort of organised nationally, and this one has been agreed by the royal household. And so when you go up to the Downs and the beacons are lit, you can see several other places across London. So the Conservators have given their approval in principle for the beacon lighting to take place. And in the past, we've had a sort of temporary beacons, which are fine, but this year, really great news in that Go Epsom, which is the Epsom Business Improvement District, or the BID, have offered to commission, pay for and install a permanent beacon. So we'll be able to use that in future years. One of the things that has to happen is that the beacon is of such a size that it will probably need planning permission. And so that has all got to go through the normal processes.
And have you got a location in mind?
Oh, yes, there is definitely a location. There's a view car park, it's called, the Viewpoint car park, and that gives you probably the best views. It's fairly near the grandstand, but you've got views right across London. So assuming that the weather is going to be reasonably clear, then, and it should be at that time of year, then we will have lovely views and people will be able to go up there and, I say, see that beacon and be able to see some of the others across the country as well.
That's amazing. Liz, what do you love about the Downs?
What do I love about it? It's a lovely place to walk. Of course, we do have to be a little bit careful because the principal purpose of the Downs really is for the racehorse training. We've got a big training facility up there. So during the morning, it's used for racehorse training. And then in the afternoons, lovely place to go and walk. All sorts of activities go on, but say under various controls. But it is just a beautiful place to walk. It's got hills, and it's got wooded areas, and it's got open spaces. So a lot of different things to do there.
Right, well, look, lovely talking to you. I'm going to bring in Karen Pengelly, who's from the business group Go Epsom, which you mentioned, putting their hands in their pocket. Morning to you, Karen.
Good morning. Hello.
Right, so you've got other things planned for the celebrations as well. And have you got the funding for the beacon, or have you got to go out and talk to all of your members?
No, that was all taken care of before we put the proposal into the Conservators. So, we're just hoping we can go full steam ahead.
Amazing. Mind you, normally when there's sort of any mention of royalty, things get sort of, green lights, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's 70 years, a reign of 70 years. So the celebrations this year should be absolutely wonderful. And I think we all really need it after the last couple of years.
All right, how can people actually get involved? Because there are plans to make a hat for the Queen as well.
Not just one hat. We formed a steering group for celebrations for the Jubilee a few months ago. And one of our local businesses, a PR company, came up with the suggestion of using a common theme of hats to tie things together. Her Majesty the Queen's probably the world's most famous hat wearer. And then horse racing is sort of synonymous with glamour and hats. So we'll be having a whole series of different events running over the Jubilee weekend. But in the run-up to that, We're doing outreach work with schools via our local arts festival organisers. There'll be hat-making workshops in town. It's hats all the way. And in fact, the British Hat Guild are talking to some of the UK's most eminent milliners and designers. And our University of Creative Arts have a campus in Epsom with fashion, so they're also getting involved. So it will be wall-to-wall hats in Epsom this summer, we hope.
Yeah. Well, arguably it always was, wasn't it? I suppose certainly for the racing. Karen, is everyone really on board on it and quite excited?
Yeah, absolutely they are. The plans are all starting to develop now, and we're getting things buttoned up. So over the next few weeks, we'll be making lots of different announcements about workshops and events. It's a very positive mood and lots of enthusiasm.
Right, and are you confident this can all be done, particularly the beacon, it will actually be ready in time for June the 2nd?
Absolutely, yes.
By royal appointment, it will be. Karen, good talking to you. And can people come and get involved? How can they do that? And with the whole hat thing.
So we've started putting posts out on Go Epsom social media, and then a Platinum Jubilee website will launch in February. So if people follow the social media links on Go Epsom, they'll be able to see everything that's happening as we announce it.
Good talking to you. Thanks for your time this morning. Thank you to both Liz and Karen. All happening on Epsom Downs. It's going to be a special summer, isn't it, really?